Hey, what's up guys, it's Graphic Phoenix back with another video today, and today is May 7th. And today we're going to be doing a planting video of the seeds that I unboxed in episode 5, I believe. As you saw in the video, they're all laid out here. I made nice blue tags for them. I'm really sorry if you guys hear the crickets chirping in the background, but that's just the way this is going to go. Most of these will be planted in the same way. However, the Drosera Archery, Lapidaria margarete will be planted in a little bit different fashion. So what you see on the table back there is pretty much everything you're going to need for this video. I have some potting mix, I have some basically just orchid bark with perlite and charcoal in there, and then some finely chopped sphagnum moss. The potting mix is the Pro Mix, just seed starting mix, so it's nice fine grain and will help germinate the seeds. The New Zealand sphagnum moss is in a brick form, and I basically just cut it down with the scissors, and it is now in the fine form that it is. So what we're going to be doing is potting up several different species of Nepenthes, as well as the Margravistrum subsessile and the Nepenthes. The Margravarium subsessile will be using the potting mix on. So all we're going to do is mix it up a little bit here, throw some potting mix in there. Now these do require light, so you're going to want to fill up your pot and then press it down a little bit here. And then when we water everything, I'm going to make this damp. So all you're going to do is get the seeds and sprinkle them over the surface of the potting soil, pushing them in ever so slightly just so they don't get like washed away or anything. They kind of all clumped into one place, so I'm just gonna move them around a little bit here. There you go. You can see there the seeds on the surface. We will stick the tag. I know I'm doing it backwards, but I left more room on the other end. We'll stick the tag in there. So we're just gonna leave it like this. And these take a long time to germinate. Pretty much most of the plants here won't be germinated for several months, so you guys want to be prepared for that. So next up, we are going to be doing the Lapidaria margarete, and we're basically going to do that in the same way. The only difference is I'm going to put a little bit of drainage layer there, being the orchid bark, and then we're just going to do the same thing. Put the dirt in there, and these have said to be taking like anywhere from like 30 days to like 6 months. And there are tiny, tiny, tiny seeds. So, like, we're gonna have to be very careful doing this. I don't even see any in here. That's how small they are. Heck, I don't know if there are really any in there, unless they're all like smaller than grains of sand, which I guess is possible. Oh my lord, they are so tiny. Alright, they're both in the very corners here. So what I'm going to do is tap those in. You guys see how small those are? Look at those things. Those are seeds. That's ridiculous. Alright. I put them in there. They're basically smaller than grains of dust, so hopefully those grow. I guess we'll find out in quite a while here. So next up is the Drosera Archery, and we're going to be basically doing it the exact same way. However, this time we're going to use a small layer of drainage on the bottom, some of the bark and the potting soil together. Again, you want to sow these guys on the surface of it, and I might even throw in a little bit of sphagnum, just as like a top dressing, just like that, to kind of help keep in the humidity there. Alright, so we got some RO water here. As you can see, I'm just wetting down the surface here a little bit. And I assume these are, oh no, these are going to These are a little bit bigger. You can see them through the bag this time. You can see a couple there. So that's a plus. Alright, they are in. You can see those tiny little flecks there. Those are the seeds. So we'll see how those do. Always got to remember to put in the label. And now we're doing the Nepenthes. So the Nepenthes are going to be potted a little bit differently than the other three that I've done. Essentially, they're just going to get a drainage layer of bark. So now we have our Nepenthes pots prepped with the drainage layer. And then I'm just going to take my chopped sphagnum and put on a nice, well, fairly thick layer, honestly. And for all these plants that I'm planting, you want to make sure that they are moist at all times, not dripping wet, but certainly moist at all times. So keep that in mind. Now I'm going to wet these down. So our 3 pots of Nepenthes made. I might have to use my tongs here to kind of pull them out and plant them. Just because they are very long and fibrous, as you can see there. Now with Nepenthes seeds, you always want to have fresh seeds. I have no idea how old these are, so these very well may not germinate for me, just because they're so old. I don't know, like it's impossible for me to know. So hopefully these are relatively fresh and will germinate. If not, I mean, I guess that's life, right? You live and you learn. That appeared to be all the seeds. Just gonna press them into place here. Sheldon is making a racket behind me. I have no idea what he's doing, but whatever he's doing, it is loud. So the mixed Nepenthes, the ones that I just planted, include species the Mirabilis, the gracilis, the sanguina, the truncata, and many more that are only sold in this mix, is directly what it says from the Rare Exotic Seed website. So I have literally no idea what kind of plants I'm going to get from there. Hopefully they're nice, hopefully they're cool. That's the goal. Now we will go on to the Madagascariensis, which will be potted in this pot here. So I'm actually going to put their tag in first so I don't fling seeds everywhere. Here we go. And those seeds are added now as well. I don't know. You can see some of them in there. They're very, very small, so not going to be able to see much. And last but not least in our potting video, we have the 30 Nepenthes gracilis seeds. Here's the tag for them. Their moss is all in there real nice. These are lanky as well. Very long, lanky seeds. And that's all of them. You can see them on there. Just those little strips that kind of don't really blend in with the moss, but they're in there with the moss. So that's all the potting that we had to do. The only thing I have left is to water those few back ones, and I'm going to be keeping them up here in the hot chamber. Now I don't know exactly what the temperature of this stays at, but there is jackfruit trees growing in there, so that's pretty exciting. And I'm going to basically put them all over this way, and they do require light to germinate, so this is perfect for them. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And if you liked the video, drop a like down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns on what I'm doing, just ask them in the comments, and subscribe to my channel for more May Madness. See you guys tomorrow.